Hello and welcome to this Scientific Principles video with Elec Training. We're currently considering mathematical principles, and in this session we're going to look at algebra. What is algebra? Well, some people would use the term equation and some people might use the term formula. In electrical science we tend to use the term formula more than the other two, but essentially we're talking about the same thing. So what is it? What is algebra? It uses letters like X or Y or any other symbols or letters in place of values or in place of numbers. And it's used to find unknown values because a formula represents a relationship between the different values, and therefore we can use it to calculate an unknown value as long as we know the rules for manipulating these symbols and changing the formula in such a way that we can work out the value that we need to find. And I'll explain a little bit more as we go along. So for example, in electrical principles we can calculate the current flowing in a circuit if we know the applied voltage and the resistance of the circuit. So there's three things. We can calculate the current if we know the voltage and the resistance, and we use this formula, I equals V over R. I represents the current, which is measured in amperes. V represents the voltage, which is measured in volts. And R represents the resistance, which is measured in ohms. Let's work through an example. This is perhaps a typical exam question. So calculate the current that will flow in a circuit of resistance of 460 ohms when a voltage of 230 volts is applied. Now before we get into it, I appreciate that can look quite complicated to start with, but you do get used to it. Let's just think about the elements in that question. You see, we know what we've got to calculate. If we look at that, it says calculate the current, that's one thing. And then we know some other values, so it tells us the value of resistance, so that's another thing, and it gives us the value of voltage, so that's the third thing. So there's three different elements to that question: current, resistance and voltage. That helps us to know the correct formula to use, which in this case is I equals V over R. So we would write that down, write your formula down, and then the next stage is to write again, but write this time with the numbers in the right places. So I would equal, instead of V, you write 230 because that's the voltage, and in place of the R you would write 460 because that's the value of resistance. Once we've done that, we can calculate through and we get the answer, which is 0.5 amperes, and that's because current is measured in amperes. It's the SI unit of current, the ampere. So there we are, that's one example. But supposing it wasn't current that we wanted to find, it was perhaps the voltage or the resistance, then using our formula we would need to transpose it first to make the thing we want to find the subject of the formula. So in the way we've already looked at it, I equals V over R, I is the subject. It's the thing that's on its own on one side of the equals sign, that's the subject. And to transpose a formula is to change the subject to something else. And we do that by following certain rules. We're going to look at those rules. Now these are the rules for transposition. Whatever you do to one side of the formula, you must do the same to the other side. In other words, let's think about addition. If we were to add something to one side of the formula, we need to add the same amount to the other side. Remember that the equal sign is essentially just telling us that what's on one side is the same as what's on the other side. They balance out, they equal each other. So if you add something to one side, the formula would no longer balance unless you add the same amount to the other side. And in the same way, if you were to subtract something from one side, you must subtract it from the other side to maintain the balance of the formula. If you multiply one side by a certain value, you've got to multiply the other side by the same value. If you divide one side by a certain amount, you've got to divide the other side by the same amount. And even functions, so that's things like if you square one side, you must square the other side, or if you square root one side, you must square root the other side, and so on. It is quite difficult to get the hang of transposition, but by practicing you will get there, and we'll be looking at a number of examples of transposition as we go through other videos in this series. But that's the essential basic rule that you need to apply, is whatever you do to one side you must do to the other side the same thing. So let's work through an example now. We're starting with the formula that we've already stated, I equals V over R. But the question is, make V the subject of the formula. This means that we've got to get V on its own on one side of the equal sign, and the other letters will be on the other side. So how are we going to go about this? Well, the first thing is to multiply both sides by R. And we write that down in this way, I times R equals V times R over R. The next stage is to cancel through. Now what that means is if you look at the right hand side of the equal sign, we've got V times R divided by R. So we're multiplying by R and dividing by R. So the two things cancel each other out. And we would write that in this way. V times R cancelled out and the R at the bottom cancelled out. I'll just highlight that, make it more obvious. We're going to cancel out that R, we're going to cancel out that R, and it's just going to leave V on that side. So then we can rewrite the formula on the next line, and it is I times R equals V. And we've solved the formula, we've found V, we've made V the subject of the formula. Now traditionally we tend to write the subject first on the left hand side, and then the equal sign, and then the rest of the formula. So if we want to do that, we will just simply have to take everything that's on the left and put it on the right, and everything that's on the right and put it on the left, and we would end up with the formula written as V equals I times R, or just simply V equals I R, means the same thing. Now it is difficult, it does take practice, and there's no easy way around it. Well, having said that, in the next video I'm going to show you my preferred method. I've taught you the way that it's generally taught in schools. I'm going to teach you what I believe is a more effective and easier method to carry out transposition, and we'll look at that in the next video. So for now, thanks for watching.